Hello and happy Valentine's Day everyone, and welcome to my game review and preview. And we are now talking about the Nintendo Switch Online and Super Nintendo World. Good news! More classic games will be out on your Nintendo Switch system via Nintendo Switch Online, and the upcoming event in Manhattan, New York City for a live performance and a grand prizes from Nintendo New York. According to Business Wire, and it says, on February 19th, 2020, two Super NES games are headed to the Nintendo Switch Online service that have never been released in the United States before. Two additional NES games will also be arriving for the Nintendo Entertainment System Nintendo Switch Online collection that day as well. The two Super NES games will be released for the Nintendo Switch Online, and it's never been released in the United States, like Smash Tennis and Poppin' Twin B. Poppin' Twin B is a classic cute shooter from Konami, and Smash Tennis, a 16-bit spin on the competitive sport with personality to spare, are both joining the Super Nintendo Entertainment System Nintendo Switch Online. Smash Tennis was never came out in North America, only in Europe to release Smash Tennis. Smash Tennis is a tennis video game from Bandai Namco Entertainment. It is also released in Japan on the Super Famicom. It's a great opportunity for players to try games they missed during the original releases abroad. Well, for the starters, if you don't try to play the classic Nintendo games on the Nintendo Switch system, now you can try to play the retro NES and SNES games on the Nintendo Switch family of systems. So kids, do not get angry while you're playing retro Nintendo games on the Nintendo Switch system via Nintendo Switch Online, because the kids wanted to play a modern games so that you can win and beat the game. Why the kids didn't want to play a retro game? Because they don't like the game, or they like the retro game on the Nintendo Switch system via Nintendo Switch Online. Two additional NES games will also be arriving for the Nintendo Entertainment System Nintendo Switch Online collection that day as well. The cult favorite action platformer Shadow of the Ninja and the Power Boat Racer Eliminator Boat Duel. These new additions expand the NES Nintendo Switch Online library available on the Nintendo Switch system, including Nintendo Switch Lite to 52 titles and the SNES library to 26 titles for a total of 78 classic games. So here are the descriptions for releasing of the classic Nintendo games on the Nintendo Switch system via Nintendo Switch Online, like Poppin' Twin B, Smash Tennis, Shadow of the Ninja, and of course Eliminator Boat Duel. For Pop Twin B is the 6th game in the Twin B series. This vertically scrolling shooter takes place in a cute puppy setting. Twin B and Win B hear that the great Dr. Murdoch has lost his wits, so they set off to return him to his normal self. This game was originally released in Japan and Europe in 1993, but this will be its first release in the United States. Like the original release of Twin B for the Famicom and NES by Konami, because it's a good shooter game, because the kids love that game, especially the retro gamers love that game from Konami. In Smash Tennis, the controls may be simple, but there's plenty of room for skill, with strong shots, weak shots, lobs, and 8 different court types. You can develop all sorts of approaches, unlock the deep strategies of tennis. This game was originally released in Japan in 1993 and Europe in 1994, but this will be its first release in the United States. So the Smash Tennis game will never be released on the Super Nintendo in the early or mid 1990s, because only Super Tennis was released as a launch title or not a launch title for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System in North America. And for the NES games on the Nintendo Switch system via Nintendo Switch Online, like Shadow of the Ninja and Eliminator Boat Duel. For Shadow of the Ninja, in the midst of disorder and oppression, two shadow warriors rise to the people's cry for help. Choose to play as one of two ninja masters from the Iga clan as they infiltrate enemy front lines. Master tactics of stealth as you acquired additional weapons and power-ups in order to overthrow an evil emperor and destroy his weak empire, solo or with a friend. So Shadow of the Ninja was released for the NES, including Famicom in Japan, but it looks similar and it's different, like Ninja Gaiden, The Legend of Kage, and of course Tsupari Ozumo in Japan. Because Shadow of the Ninja is a good game, but looks similar to the other NES or Famicom games. And last but not least, Eliminator Boat Duel. In this powerboat racing game, get behind the wheel of one of the fastest machines of the water to earn boatloads of in-game cash. Drivers earn thousands of dollars for completing, and you'll use your winnings to repair and upgrade your boat to push your competitive edge to its maximum. A little aggression goes a long way. Just try not to get sunk yourself or you'll be swimming back to dry land. So that's why Eliminator Boat Duel is a racing game. Someone who crashed the boat, and then what happened? It will never be win in the boat race. You must upgrade the boat and then try to have a rematch for a race and win the prize money in Eliminator Boat Duel for the NES Nintendo Switch Online. These titles broaden the diversity of fun games available within Nintendo Switch Online membership collections that showcase both well-known and cult classic NES and Super NES games like The Legend of Zelda, Super Mario World, and Super Mario Kart, including Star Fox, Star Fox 2, Yoshi's Island, Punch-Out featuring Mr. Dream, Kid Icarus, Metroid, Ninja Gaiden, Double Dragon, Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros. 3, and more. All 4 games added this month will include multiplayer action that takes full advantage of the added online features available with the Nintendo Switch Online membership. So once again, the NES and SNES Nintendo Switch Online will be updated for the next week, February 19th, 2020 as an update. So be sure to update the NES and SNES Nintendo Switch Online before we'll see the new classic games on the Nintendo Switch family of systems. And another update about the Super Nintendo World, about the live performance and win a grand prize to trip to Universal Studios in Japan for upcoming video game based theme park. According to Nintendo New York Twitter account, and it says, where will you be on February 19th? Come check out the Super Nintendo World Challenge in New York and enter for a chance to win a grand prize trip to Universal Studios Japan for an exclusive preview of Super Nintendo World before the official opening in summer or late 2020. So the Super Nintendo World Challenge is coming this February 19, 2020 at the Grand Central Terminal in Midtown Manhattan, New York City, with live action stage, live performance, games, and of course the prizes. So for the other prizes like giveaways, including the new items from Nintendo New York and other stuffs for prizes. And of course, the grand prize winner for a trip to Universal Studios Japan for an exclusive preview of the upcoming video game-based theme park Super Nintendo World. Because they are excited about to go to Japan for a preview and more details, including new features about the Super Nintendo World theme park. So that's why the Super Nintendo World Challenge is an event from Nintendo New York in New York City, because the people who join the event and kids want to dance with your favorite Super Mario characters, including other Nintendo characters as well. And also, according to Geekspin.co, and it says, a new video taken from Super Nintendo World, which is currently being constructed at Universal Studios Japan, is making the rounds on social media. And though it's only 16 seconds long, the clip is more than enough to get lots of Mario fans more excited about the land's upcoming opening in Osaka. The short video shows a crane that is seemingly dangling a chunk of Mario platform in the air. The cartoony mountain-like platform features 3 cloud lifts positioned on top of one another, moving left to right and right to left. These lifts apparently serve as one of the ways for guests to reach the iconic Mario goal pole. Though it appears that the platform isn't 100% done yet, several Mario fans are already amazed by it, with many of them expressing their desire to visit the Universal Studios Japan once the Super Nintendo World opens. Some critical fans, however, are questioning the design, durability, and the overall build of the platform. A couple of fans think the platform looks cheap, while others are concerned on whether the materials used are weather resistant. The Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Japan is set to open this summer of 2020, and the versions of Super Nintendo World are also coming to Universal theme parks in Hollywood, Orlando, and Singapore. There's no concrete timetable for when the Mario theme era will open at these locations. Just last month, Thierry Coupe, Senior Vice President and Chief Creative Officer or CCO of the Universal Creative, said the Japanese version of Super Nintendo World will be taking its guests inside the world of their favorite Nintendo video games. Think of Super Nintendo World as a life-size living video game. When you become one of the characters, you're not just playing the game, you're living the game, you're living the adventure, said Coupe in a statement. Nintendo's most iconic locations and experiences will be brought to life, including Mushroom Kingdom, Princess Peach's Castle, an incredible Mario Kart ride, Bowser's Castle, and more. According to Universal Parks and Resorts Chairman and CEO Tom Williams, Japan's Super Nintendo World will have 2 rides ready to go from day one: the Super Mario Kart ride and the Omnimover attraction called Yoshi's Adventures. It's not clear, however, whether these attractions will also be featured in other versions of the land. I believe the Super Nintendo World has different locations to go ride Joy-Con with your favorite Mario characters in the Mario Kart ride in Super Nintendo World. The other features in Super Nintendo World like Yoshi's Adventures, the new Donkey Kong theme park as part of the Super Nintendo World theme park in Osaka, Japan, and others, because the kids and family excited about the upcoming video game based theme park at the Universal Studios Japan in Osaka this summer or late 2020. And important news about the Super Nintendo World theme park. What about the other features like The Legend of Zelda, Kid Icarus, Kirby, Metroid, Punch-Out, Splatoon, Fire Emblem, and Animal Crossing? Because we're not yet announced about the other Nintendo franchises at Super Nintendo World, because only Super Mario, Donkey Kong, Yoshi, and Mario Kart will be part of the theme park at Universal Studios Japan in Osaka. So once again, the other Nintendo franchises are not yet announced at Super Nintendo World in Osaka, Japan. And once again also, the Super Nintendo World Challenge is coming this February 19th, next week, at the Grand Central Terminal in Midtown Manhattan, New York City, with live action stage and some other prizes, including the grand prize to a trip to Universal Studios Japan for an exclusive preview of the upcoming video game-based theme park Super Nintendo World, including live performance and meet and greet with Nintendo mascots from Nintendo New York. So and that concludes the Nintendo Switch Online and Super Nintendo World updates, featuring the additional Nintendo Classic games this month and events from Nintendo New York for upcoming video game based theme park in Osaka, Japan. So thanks for watching, and of course, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and ring the bell for more game review videos, game preview videos, updates, game reactions including gameplay and unboxing. And you can also follow us on Twitter at CSP Game Review and Preview for more game review videos, game preview videos, updates, Splatfest Results updates, gameplay, unboxing, and game reactions as well. And we will see you in the next Nintendo Switch update, Nintendo Switch Online update, Super Nintendo World update, and game review and preview video. And we will see you next time. And goodbye. This is the Nintendo Switch Online and Super Nintendo World updates. You're watching CSP Game Review and Preview, and happy Valentine's Day, everyone!